The year, 1930. The place, the road to Titusville, where we find Nancy Drew behind the wheel of her blue roadster, pondering this question. Why did Emily Crandall, a girl whom Nancy knows only through their mutual friend Helen Corning, ask Nancy to drive all the way out to the Lilac Inn to see her? Does it have something to do with the fact that Emily's mother died barely a month earlier, leaving Emily to run the restaurant with only her guardian to help her? And more important, why, when she called, did Emily sound so desperate? The spunky teenager turns off the main road, blissfully unaware that Emily isn't all that awaits her at the end of the driveway. No, Nancy Drew is about to get her first taste of the mystery, intrigue, and adventure that are to become her destiny.
Hi, I'm Kay Thorne, also sometimes known as Miss V, and welcome to my channel. And I accidentally clicked the start button a little early, so you got that before my intro. Welcome to my channel, where we are playing through every single Nancy Drew game from number 1, Secrets Can Kill, to number 34, Secret of the Seven Keys. And apparently somebody on a motorcycle is driving by and my dog's mad about it. We are starting today game number 12, Secrets of the Old Clock. Yeah, I didn't know which one to grab. So, Secret of the Old Clock is number 12. This is a double dare case from a long time ago, 2006. This particular game I think was 2005, and then number 13 was 2006, I believe. And so they did a little double dare thing for it. Let's see if I have old notes in here. Because I've got my notes prepped to go. Let's see if there's old notes. Open. Whoa. Yes. For both of them, we're gonna leave Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon in here, for a minute here. So yeah, this. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely ridiculous. This is a mess. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff crossed out. This is gonna stay in the case. I'm gonna stay in the case. We'll pull it back out after we are done with the game, and I will try to remember to actually post the comparison. I need to post the comparison for the game. It would have dropped yesterday for me, 2 days ago for you, which is Blackmore Manor. I'm hoping to post that later today, which is Sunday. Oops. I normally don't record on Sundays, but this Sunday went a little bit different. I usually get brunch with my parents, but unfortunately my dad caught COVID. He's fine. Annoying, but fine. According to my mother, he's eating everything in the house, because that's what he does when he's sick. So we went out, just my boyfriend and I got some lunch, headed back home, and I was like, well, I guess I'll go record, because why not? We also tried a new place, which is it was so good. Still have the Gone Taco. I still have the drink. I'm not sponsored. They're just really good. This agua is really good too. Yeah. Secret of the Old Clock is based off of one of the books. Actually, the very first one. Number 1. This is the very first book ever. This is not the very first book ever. But Secret of the Old Clock is. This one was published in the 80s, this particular copy, although it looks way newer than that. However, I believe that the game, they also took a little bit from number 3, 4, 5, I think 4. Pretty sure it's number 4. Secret of Lilac Inn, hence the name of Lilac Inn. Actually, I do have that copy as well. Yes, it is 4, so Secret at Lilac Inn. Which actually, for that particular book, can also pull out this. This is also The Secret at Lilac Inn, or Mystery at Lilac Inn, technically. This one right here. This book is almost 100 years old, though. Like this very specific copy. It was copyright 1930. It's 94. This is a 94-year-old book, guys. I really need to get like white gloves. I gotta stop touching this book. We'll pull those books back out next time I record. But I did want to share, this is based off the very first book ever, hence why the beginning section there was talking about how this will start her thing. So even though there are 11 games before this particular game is technically set in time before any of the others. Because it's based on her first case. This is also why you will not see a cell phone in this game at all. Especially since they really put it back in time in the 1930s, when this is 1920s, 1930s when this is set. So, yeah, so you're going to see old roadsters like this one right here. Gorgeous vehicle. Instead of a phone, we have a little purse that tells a little money purse or coin purse there. We do still have our journal, including this.
I'm finished with that.
So we gotta remember to check things off when we're good to go. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I do remember this one fairly well. I don't remember... Actually, what's funny is I don't remember the mystery itself. I don't remember what's going on. I don't remember who's involved. I don't remember who the bad guy is. If it is based off the book, then I remember a little bit more. Like if it's based more closely off the book, I remember a little bit more because I remember the book fairly well. What I do remember about the game is that we will for sure need some Morse code at some point. So we got that cheat sheet over here to the right. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one. This is one of the better Nancy Drew games, I think. This one's up there. My favorite, of course, will be the next game, Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. So please stick around and watch my playthrough of that. Although I'll probably play through it very quickly. I remember that one very well. But yeah, I've been talking for way too long. So I'm very full, guys. I'm very full, and I'm very excited to play this game. So if you end up enjoying me play this game, please click the like button below. Leave a comment. Give me advice. This is game 12. What's this 3 times 11 minus something? It's 33. So I've made maybe 30-ish videos at this point. So please give me advice. I'm still kind of new at this. And this is only the 12th game in the series. There's 34. Hopefully by 34, I gotta hang on this a little bit better. And then, of course, if you want to watch me play through all the Nancy Drew games, please make sure you click the subscribe button. I will also be branching out from Nancy Drew games probably end of the month. I'm looking at playing Star Wars Outlaws. I'm a little sketchy on that one because I've heard some things about the graphics of it, and I'm not sure how I feel about the graphics. But I will definitely be playing the Veilguard, Dragon Age the Veilguard, when that releases. So if you want to see me play those as well, click subscribe, click that notification bell, that way you know when those drop. But let's get into the secret of the old clocks. Let's get into Lilac Inn, guys. We need to go into this. I want to go that way, but I probably should just go talk to my friend. Oh my gosh, look at the phone.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please.
No, we're not gonna. There's a little cat right there. I wonder why there's a little cat right there. Pies are not in the right place. I need to fix this. I don't know if I'm supposed to fix this, but it's bothering me. That's blueberry. That's chocolate. That's a cherry. Yeah, I'm not sure which cherry's which. But at the very least, that's bothering me. But there's chocolate not in the chocolate. It's very annoying. There's so many more chocolate pies than blueberry pies. There you go. I'm sure at some point I'll actually have to fix that properly, but I just had to do that for now.
Well, hello. I'll bet my bloomers you're Nancy Drew.
That's right. Are you Emily's guardian?
You got it. I'm Jane Willoughby. I'm Emily's guardian, but only for the next 3 months until she turns 18. Then she's on her own.
It smells like someone's been baking pies.
Pies are the Lilac Inn specialty. We get orders from all over. Oh, that reminds me, your father called. You're supposed to call him. You can use the coin phone on the porch. Emily didn't say anything about you coming until just this morning.
Is it okay that I'm here?
Don't get me wrong, she can invite anybody here she wants. It's just that she's gotten so darn forgetful lately.
Is she alright?
Well, now that's hard to say. She misses her mom, that's for sure. So do I. Gloria and me, we were best friends, you know? The two of us ran this swell little dress shop over in Capital City. But then she got hitched and I didn't. And the next thing I know, she's writing me saying it would sure take a load off her mind if I could take care of her little girl should something ever happen to her.
Emily's father?
Died in the war. Cantigny, I think. Anyway, I couldn't say no. I mean, what are best friends for? I just wish I knew how to help Emily.
You make it sound like she's in some kind of trouble.
She's been acting so... Look, go talk to her. She probably just needs to spend some time with a bear cat like you instead of some dumb Dora like me. Go on up, she's in her room. Just make like a Boy Scout and be prepared.
I should call my dad first. Let him know I arrived safely, you know.
There you go. Now, how may I be of service?
I'd like to talk to Carson Drew. His number is KL57187.
Hang on a minute.
I love the old school numbers. Oh my gosh.
Speaking.
Hi, Dad.
Well, I see you got the Titusville okay.
The car ran like a top.
It ought to. That's a fine car. If you treat it well, it'll treat you well.
I was told that you wanted me to call.
I need to get some documents from a colleague over there. I thought since you were in the area, you could pick them up. Save him paying postage.
Sure. What's the address?
He said he'd just leave them for you at the telegraph office. Just drive into town and look for Tubby Telegrams. He said you can't miss it.
Will do.
These papers are extremely important, Nancy.
I will pick them up, Dad.
Good. Remember, watch your gas gauge and get gas when you're low so you don't run out. And try to avoid potholes. The more you hit, the likely it is you'll wind up with a flat.
Yes, Dad.
And if you do get a flat, take it off and put on your spare. And then head straight to a gas station and get it fixed.
Yes, Dad.
All right, lecture over. Have you found out why Miss Crandall asked you to visit?
I wanted to call you first.
You've done your daughterly duty. Now go see Emily. And after that,
I know. Pick up those documents.
that's my girl.
Goodbye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I love Carson. Ooh. What a nice sewing machine. I wish I had a sewing machine. So many things I'd like to sew and fix, but I don't have one. Record player. Lovely hat. I will talk to you in a minute. Those are not lovely hats. Those are...
Nancy, hi. Welcome to the Lilac Inn. Oh, and before I forget, thank you for that nice note you sent me when Mom died. It meant a lot to me.
Well, I lost my mom too, years ago. I kind of know how you feel.
You and I may not be best friends or anything, but you're still one of the nicest people I know.
Well, thank you.
That's why I'm hoping you'll do me a favor, a big favor. You and your dad.
My dad?
Helen says he's a lawyer.
Shh! What's wrong?
I thought I heard something. Your father has a safe, right?
It was 1930. Lots of people have safes.
You need to put something in a safe?
See this jewelry? I'd like you to take it home with you and put it in your father's safe.
It's beautiful.
It was my mother's. The few times I saw her wear it, she looked just like a movie star. I was hiding it here in my room, but all things considered, I'd feel a lot better if you would just take it home and have your father lock it up in his safe.
What do you mean, all things considered?
Strange things have been going on around here. That's all I can say. I know it sounds loony, and Jane probably told you that I've been acting loony, but please do this for me. What was that?
Emily, come downstairs, quick! The kitchen's on fire!
Come on, we better get out of here.
This is horrible, just horrible. The fire chief says the stove was completely destroyed and there's smoke damage everywhere. The inn will have to shut down for months, maybe even for good.
Does he know what caused the explosion?
It looked to him like one of the burners on the stove had been left on. The flame either went out or was never lit, but anyway, something made a spark and boom. He said insurance companies are very reluctant to pay out when things look hinky, and that's when times are good.
Who was in the kitchen this morning?
Emily was the last person to use the stove. Like I said, she's been real forgetful lately. I think she's pretty upset. But it's not her fault. What with her mom passing away barely a month ago, and me showing up, this total stranger doesn't know the first thing about kids or running a restaurant, and her trying to do everything all by herself. It's just too much, that's all. Who wouldn't go a little off their nut? I better get that. The line to the regular phone got burned up in the fire, so now the only phone we got is the coin phone on the porch. Excuse me.
Oh, no!
Emily?
My mother's jewelry! It's gone! Someone must have stolen it while we were all downstairs. I knew something like this was going to happen. I just knew it.
You mean this sort of thing has happened before?
Yes. No. I'd rather not say. But I will say this. I did not leave the stove on. That fire was not my fault. Oh, what am I going to do? Without that jewelry, I don't have a prayer paying for a new stove. And without a stove, I'll have to sell the inn. And if I lose the inn... I wish Mom were still here. I wish Josiah Crowley had left us the money like he always said he was going to. That's what I wish.
Who's Josiah Crowley?
He was this old man that lived next door. He died last year. He spent most of his time here at the inn, and he led my mom and me to believe that he'd left a lot of money for us in his will. He gave us a clock, and afterwards, he'd always point to it and get this little twinkle in his eye and say, "Time will tell." But when they finally found his will, he didn't leave us a penny.
I think he did. And I think the clock has something to do with it, especially since the name of the game is Secret of the Old Clock.
Was there a problem finding his will?
It didn't turn up for months. Then finally someone found it in a drawer in Josiah's house. Josiah was kind of a screwball. One time he showed up at my birthday party dressed as my great Aunt Harriet. I didn't know it was really him until 2 days later. Anyway, he had all these weird hobbies, and he always thought it would be really keen to read minds. Josiah invited Richard Topham to move in so Topham could help him develop his paranormal powers right there in his house. Josiah was a sweet old man, and I do miss him. And he was free to give his money to whomever he wanted. But to get our hopes up like that, and then leave us nothing, it just wasn't like him.
Where is Richard Topham now?
He still lives in Josiah's house, which is right down the path out back. His house and the inn were built at the same time by two brothers during the Civil War.
Was your mother's jewelry insured?
Gosh, I forgot about that. I don't know. Jim Archer, I bet he'd know. He's our banker. I guess I should go talk to him.
Not one of your favorite people, huh?
Oh no, Mr. Archer's very nice. I mean, for a stuffy old banker. I'm just so bad at business things. And Jane, my guardian, she tries hard, but she's no good at it either. Maybe you could go talk to him. Please? It would be such a big help.
Sure.
He runs the Main Street Bank. You can't miss it. I'll call him and tell him you're coming.
How many people knew you kept your mother's jewelry in here?
No one. Well, Jane, my guardian, she knew. But I didn't tell anyone else.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the bee's knees.
Oh man. It's gonna be fun to play in this era. Oh, we can't do anything with that door. Do I not have a room or something? I just feel like I should, you know, explore the house here. Alright. Is this the clock?
Looks like I need to get the bird from one side to the other.
Huh, I can do that.
Wonder what this mirror is doing in here.
Don't know, but we should definitely take it. I also realize that the music on this is
The year 1930. The place,
a
the
little
road to
loud.
Titusville, where we find Nancy Drew behind the wheel of a blue.
Alright. It's a nice little seating area. Magazines! April 5th, 1930, 10 cents. Jeez, President Roosevelt. Clever Hans. What he taught his master and us. Late last century, a retired teacher named Wilhelm von Osten set out to prove that animals are far more intelligent than commonly believed, and that they are perfectly capable of adding, subtracting, even telling time, provided they receive the proper education. He bought a horse called Hans and proceeded to teach him arithmetic as if he were a schoolboy, using carrots instead of a hickory stick to elicit the desired responses. Amazingly, within 2 years, Hans was able to give answers to mathematical problems by pawing the ground. More amazingly, the horse was almost never wrong. Horses are actually very smart, guys. Van Osten was convinced that he had indeed taught his horse arithmetic, and for years it seemed to everyone who saw clever Hans in action that Van Osten was right. Of particular interest to the scientific community was the fact that the horse was able to give the correct answer even when Van Osten was not president, which ruled out the possibility that his master was perpetuating a hoax by giving him subtle hand or voice signals. But finally, a scientist named Oscar Funkst observed that Hans gave the correct answer. That is, he pawed the ground with the correct number of times, only when someone whom the horse could see knew the answer to the problem that had been posed. That meant the horse was indeed reacting to visual cues. Eventually, Funkst proved that Hans' cleverness lay not in his math skills, but in his uncanny ability to perceive tiny involuntary body movements. When the pawing horse reached the correct answer, the people around him would react, albeit unconsciously. A slight nod of the head, a relaxing of the shoulders, a straightening of the back were all cues which meant to Hans that it was time to stop pawing and enjoy the carrot that was sure to be forthcoming. I'm still pretty dang smart. Von Osten, who all along had unwittingly been providing his wonder horse with the correct answers, died 5 years later, far too disillusioned and humiliated to appreciate the invaluable lesson that his misadventure in equine education had inadvertently taught the rest of us. Thanks to Hans, we now know that what people do without being aware that they are doing, it can often speak volumes. And thanks to his master, we know that if a man wants to believe that something is true badly enough, he'll often unconsciously find a way to make it true. But like Hans, the more observant we are, the more likely it is that we'll pick up on the cues that the believer is inadvertently providing us with. Cues that will ultimately allow us, like Funkst, to discern fact from fancy. I mean, that's still a very smart horse if it can pick up on little cues like that when humans can't. Alright. Hobo sign language becoming widespread. Radio is seen as one of the biggest branches of the show business. Ninth planet discovered, named Pluto. Pluto! And it was discovered where I live. Well, actually I think it was discovered in Arizona. But the person who discovered it was from New Mexico. Just saying. Pluto is still technically a planet in New Mexico, for the record. U.S. Supreme Court Justice vanishes. Main Street 5 and 10 forced close up shop. Huge meteor crash lands in Arkansas. Was it Superman? President Hoover, economic recovery is imminent. Alright, let us take a photo of this. The number of homeless men drifting from town to town, looking for handouts, increases with hard times. A little bit. So does the use of the peculiar signs and symbols they've developed to communicate with each other. To see these hobo symbols in action, you may well need to look no further than your own backyard. For example, is there a circle with an arrow coming out of the side drawn in chalk or charcoal on a nearby sidewalk? It means that a hobo is telling his fellow vagrants to go this way. If the arrow is drawn through the circle, he's telling fellow vagrants to not go this way. Is there a circle with an X in the middle of your fence? Then expect visitors, because this indicates that this is a good place for a handout. A plain empty circle might be more to your liking for it means nothing here. What follows are some of the most common symbols in their meanings. So the next time you see one on a fence, wall, or railroad trestle, we'll be in the know. What's the bird? Not the bird, the cat. A kind woman lives here. So the cat is a kind woman lives here. Alright. I took a photo, we're good. You can look at that again later. What's this? Bard Bounce, a game based upon A Midsummer Night's Dream, a play by William Shakespeare. Do Shakespeare proud by using the arrows to move each man to the woman with whom he belongs. Remember, love is never easy. Whenever you move someone, he will keep going until he hits an obstacle under the character at the end of the row. So plan ahead. Wasn't too difficult. Keen. That's it? Oh, okay then. Well, okay. Well, maybe I should talk to her.
So, is Emily all right?
Someone stole her mother's jewelry.
What?
Did you happen to see anyone go upstairs during all the commotion that the fire caused?
No. You mean someone stole it while everybody was rushing around trying to put out the fire? Hypers! If you can't trust a fireman, who can you trust?
Are you sure no one besides you and Emily was in the kitchen this morning?
Positive. Well, I suppose someone could have snuck in the back door. Are you saying someone caused that fire on purpose? To distract us?
It's possible, don't you think?
But I'm the only one who knew she had that jewelry. Well, it's not quite true. When Gloria was alive, she could have told people about it, or people may have seen her wearing it. And when she died, they knew the jewelry had to be around here somewhere, right?
Does anyone in particular come to mind?
Sorry. It's been hard enough getting to know Emily, let alone anyone else in this backwater burg. Well, guess better go call the sheriff.
Is that your car I saw when I drove up the driveway?
My old rust bucket's parked out back where nobody'll see it. Be nice to buy something decent, but last time I checked, my last name was Willoughby, not Rockefeller.
Where did that Bard Bounce game that's in the parlor come from? Do you know?
Emily says Josiah Crowley brought it in one day and just left it. Said it was so guests, as in him, would have something to do while they waited for a table.
I need to look something up before I say it out loud, just to make sure that I'm not about to say something incorrect.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
I'm not sure. My brain might be thinking of something incorrectly. Because I'm not finding it on Google. So I'm not sure. I thought I remembered something about how the Rockefellers were connected to New Mexico. Actually, I think they were. I think they were tied to New Mexico in some way, specifically Santa Fe. So yeah. So I was just thinking about that. I was like, oh, the Rockefellers. That's all. Wait, I should double check. Okay. What do we need to do, and what do I want to do first? First, let's check off this. Go into town, meet Jim Archer. Walk over to Joe Child. We also need to go to the... That is the banker. We also need to drop off the thing, or pick up a thing. We're gonna go to town.
That car I saw before is gone.
Yeah, oh, yes, that's right. I'm nursery. Turn right. Why are we turning right? I don't know. I just feel like turning right. There's a bridge. Oh my god. Johannesville Telco. Waddle Jewelry. Don't hit that. Okay. Here we go. The Rex Public Library. Okay, that's the bank. Tubby Telegrams. Oh, hit the space bar to park.
Something I can do for you?
Well, my name's Nancy Drew, and my father
Say
said
no
that...
more. You're here to pick up some papers. They're in that envelope.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Say, is that your roadster out there?
Yes, it is. Did I park somewhere I shouldn't have?
No, it's just that my regular driver never showed up today, so I've got no way to deliver all these telegrams. How would you like to earn some extra cash?
You mean you want me to deliver them for you?
You've got a car, you're trustworthy, or at least your father thinks you are, so what do you say? I'll pay you 25 cents each time you complete a delivery. And you might even get some tips.
Okay, sure.
Great, you're hired. Here, deliver this to Seymour out at Blenheim Nursery. Come back when you're done and I'll pay you and give you another telegram to deliver.
Great. See you in a little while.
We'll get there. Right now we need to go to the bank.
Hello, I'm looking for Jim Archer.
Right through that door. Hello, are you Nancy Drew?
It sounds like Emily called you.
Yes, ma'am. Jim Archer. I'm founder, president, manager, and just about everything else you can name when it comes to this fine enterprise.
Did Emily tell you why I'm here?
She just said you were coming and that she'd appreciate it if I would talk to you. Terrible thing, losing her mother like that, then being saddled with that restaurant, especially now.
What do you mean?
Ever since the stock market crashed, one business after another has closed, including banks. President Hoover keeps saying that a recovery is just around the corner, but you have to wonder.
Is your bank doing okay?
I'm happy to report that we're doing just fine, thank you. Excuse me. Main Street Bank, Jim Archer speaking. No, I don't. I'm sorry, but... Yes, I know, but... All right, then just bring it by. Sorry for the interruption. How can I help you?
Do you happen to know whether the jewelry Emily inherited from her mother was insured?
Well, I know for a fact that it was not. Why?
Because someone snuck into the inn today and stole it.
Oh, no. I heard there'd been a fire in the kitchen, but when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? I told Gloria not to let that policy lapse.
Why did she let it lapse?
She felt that since Josiah Crowley would be leaving her a large sum of money when he died, or so she thought, paying to insure her jewelry just wasn't necessary.
How well did you know Josiah Crowley?
Well enough for him to name me executor of his will. An executor is the person who makes sure the terms of a will are carried out.
Why do you think he wound up leaving Gloria nothing?
I have no idea. Truth be told, he'd given me the impression that I would be well taken care of when he passed on too. But when I finally read his will, it all went to topo.
Where did Josiah keep his will?
He'd hidden it in a chest of drawers in his house. It took me months to find it. When he named me executor, he said he'd tell me where it was hidden when the time was right. Whatever that meant.
How did Josiah die?
He was sitting in the public library reading when apparently his heart just decided it was time to stop.
What was he reading?
His favorite book, The Make-Up Secrets of Lon Chaney.
Okay.
The will you found in Josiah's house. Is it possible that Josiah didn't really write it?
The thought that it could be a forgery did cross my mind, but an expert verified that the will had been typed on Josiah's typewriter and signed in Josiah's hand.
But Richard Topham lived in Josiah's house. He had access to his typewriter, and he could have copied his signature.
As far as the law is concerned, the matter is closed, Miss Drew.
But it's possible that Josiah's real will is still out there. Are you sure he never gave you any clue as to where he'd hidden his will?
Whenever I asked him, he said he'd tell me when the time is right. Although, he got a safe deposit box here about 3 years ago.
Has it been opened?
Topham has tried to claim its contents, but he can't find the key.
If Topham can't find the key, maybe it's because it wasn't in Josiah's house.
Now, Miss Drew, I wouldn't go jumping to any conclusions.
How well do you know Jane Willoughby? You know, Emily's guardian?
Not well at all. Met her once or twice. Seemed a little flighty.
What was Emily's mom like?
Had a good head on her shoulders. Friendly, too. Having a big slice of blueberry pie at the Lilac Inn was always a real treat. It'd be nice if Emily could carry on the tradition, but times are just too tough. If she's smart, she'll sell before the bills start piling up.
I guess I'll be going.
Give my best to Emily.
I don't trust him.
Don't you ever use this typewriter?
That used to be Josiah Crowley's. It was the only thing he left me in his will. Naturally, it doesn't work. The key's always jammed.
October 9, 1929. Dear Mrs. Sheldon, here is the trivet I said you could borrow for your party at Twin Elms. Please take care of it because I will want it back someday. Your friend, Josiah C. I wonder if Josiah ever got his trivet back. Who's Clara?
Clara Pickford is this lonely old woman who comes in here every once in a while. Took a shine to me for some reason. Insisted on giving me that picture.
Where did you get this clock?
Josiah Crowley gave it to me. It stopped keeping time the minute he walked out the door.
It would sure be nice to be able to open this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your car?
Yes, it is. Bought and paid for.
I don't trust him.
I'm finished with that.
Twin Elms. Figure out where this Twin Elms is. Telegraphs. Control. Sunnybrook Farm. It's actually kind of difficult to navigate. To the state line. What is this? To Mountain Resort. Oh, there's the gas station. Cool, good to know. What's this way? Camp Avondale. That's not Twin Elms up there. That's a different thing. Turner Home for Orphans. There's a pond. Phelps Print Shop. Where on earth is this Twin Elms? Well, let's go here.
Hello, I've got a telegram for Seymour.
Just leave it on the desk there. I'd tip you, but as you can see, my hands are filthy.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to doll up some of my plants before this guy named Mr. Martin comes in. He's a big cheese at some oil company, and I'm hoping he... Ow!
Did that plant just bite you?
It did kind of feel that way.
I think I'll be going now. Bye.
Yep. Farm there. Just there. Oh my god, there's a cow. The Rex. Where is this Twin Elms place? This music's just sheer chaos. Yes, it's just an observatory. We're getting close to having Tim. Let's just go ahead and do this.
Where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up.
Just 25 cents worth, please.
16 25 cents.
Here you go.
Thank you, miss. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Drive zippily.
My goodness, can we go back to a time where this was the cost of gas? Charlotte County Courthouse. Here's Public Library. Where is this Twin Elms place? Meister Nails. Wildwood Academy. Model Jewelry. Oh, I should have stopped by Tubby Telegrams and gotten paid.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Take this to Counselor Alice out at Camp Avondale. Keep up the good work.
What place we found? I need to find this Twin Elms place. I can totally drive. I don't know what you're talking about. This is Camp Avondale over here.
Hi, I've got a telegram for a counselor here named Alice.
That's me. Hang on. Oh, go drive up, Jason. What a jokester. Anyway, thanks. I'm afraid I don't have any money to tip you.
That's okay. Have a swell day.
I'd love to have like a map. Twin Elms, yeah. Twin Elms, where is Twin Elms? What am I missing?
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Mr. Jones at Vash's Dairy. Keep up the good work.
Oh, what's this way? Twin Elms.
Mrs. Sheldon?
Yes.
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's.
Get on with it, dear.
I was wondering, would it be possible for me to see the trivet you borrowed from Josiah Crowley?
You may not only see it, you may have it. Once I find it, that is.
Unfortunately, I've an errand to run, so I can't look for it right now.
Maybe I could run the errand for you. I have a car.
So I see. rather expensive car at that. Very well, Miss Drew. Go fetch my bridge cards from Miss Drakowski, and upon your return I shall present you with that trivet.
Who's Miss Jakowski?
The local telephone operator. You can find her at her house, or Titusville Telephone, where she insists on calling it. The switchboard is in her parlor. As you can imagine, she never entertains. I, on the other hand, am expecting company within the hour, so do hurry.
Okay. Oh, general store. Cool. And Johnson's farm. Can I like go here and shop for stuff? Oh, I totally can. For
A vending
toys.
machine that just sells toys. Keen.
Right? I don't know what I need though, so. Ash's diary is over there. I can't get there though.
Yeah?
Are you Miss Jakowski?
Yeah? And you are?
Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall. You know, at the Lilac Inn.
Oh, yeah, I put you through to your father, didn't I? You pick up those papers for him yet?
Actually, Wait a minute. How did you know about that?
See this headset I'm wearing? I plug it in and what do you know? I hear things. Look, I'm kind of pressed for time. Going to a party and it takes me a while to get dolled up. What do you need?
Mrs. Sheldon asked me to pick up her bridge cards from you.
Tell you what, I'll get you those cards if you drive that fancy car of yours over to the orphanage and pick up some raffle tickets from Mrs. O'Shea. I should be able to unload a ton of them tonight.
I'd be happy to.
Good, I got to go. Yeah, I'm coming.
Wow, okay.
Hello, I need to deliver this telegram to Mr. Jones.
That's me, thanks. You can tell me I'm all wet, but I don't have any money to tip you with. Wait a minute, here, how about a nice fresh glass of milk?
No, thank you. Bye.
Vehicle goes through cast very quickly. Orphanage was down here, I believe. Yes.
Excuse me, are you Mrs. O'Shea?
Yes?
My name is Nancy Drew, and
Stephen, put that down this instant. We do not run with sticks in our hands. Or in our mouths. I'm sorry. You were saying?
Miss Jakowski asked me to pick up some raffle tickets from you.
Oh, yes, the raffle tickets. The fact of the matter is Elsie, no hitting. I can't even think about those raffle tickets right now. I promised the children they'd each get a toy for going a full week without breaking anything. And I'm short 5 toys. Do not eat that, Clarence.
Would you like me to get 5 toys for you?
Oh, goodness, if you could do that, I'd be forever grateful. They can be any kind of toy at all. The children aren't the least bit picky. Of course it tastes bad, Clarence. It's a pine cone. I better go rinse out his mouth before. Oh, would you look at that? He's actually chewing it. You're not a squirrel, Clarence. Spit that out this instant.
Oh my god. Okay. Start by topping off Zippy
Welcome
gas.
to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up.
Just 25 cents worth, please.
As a teacher, I feel that. I'm a virtual teacher now, which is nice. Students start up on Tuesday. I am ready to go. I'm excited. Got a fresh haircut. Doesn't look like it today because it's Sunday and I'm tired and I'm full. But I did. But I did teach in person for a little bit, and yeah,
Did
I
you deliver
feel that.
telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Miss Ross at Sunnybrook Farm. Keep up the good work.
Yep, now I gotta go buy a bunch of toys. Fortunately, we found this thing. Need
Maybe
5
I could
toys.
buy some toys for the orphans in here. Well, that's one toy. Two toys down, 3 to go. That makes 3 toys. Four toys. I just need one more.
I'm just gonna buy all of them, honestly.
5 toys. That's all I need.
Don't care. There's only one left. 6-1 to be safe. No, that's Johnson's farm. I need Sunnybrook Farm.
Hi, do you have 5 toys for me?
I certainly do.
Oh, that's wonderful. You're such a saint, you hear me? A saint. I'd better get these inside before the children see them. Thank you so much.
Mrs. O'Shea, the raffle tickets?
Oh, the raffle tickets. I don't have them, dear. You'll have to pick them up from Phelps Print Shop. Then just take them straight to Mr. Kowski. We don't pull hair, Ralphie. Especially when we have jelly on our hands.
Phelps Print Shop. Wonderful.
I don't even remember what thing goes to which person at this point. I think the print shop was... Yeah, it's right here.
Sorry, young lady, I'm about to close.
I'm just here to pick up the raffle tickets you printed for Mrs. O'Shea.
No, darn it. I did tell her I'd have those done today, didn't I? Well, I'm sorry, but they're just gonna have to wait until tomorrow.
Oh, but I need to have them today.
And I need to go fishing.
Fishing?
My brother-in-law thinks he's hot stuff because he caught an 18-inch largemouth bass this morning. So I bet him I could catch a 19-incher by the end of the day. If I do, I get his stamp collection. If I don't, he gets mine. And since stamp collecting is about the only hobby I can afford these days, I'm going fishing.
I know. You stay here and print those raffle tickets, and I'll go fishing for you.
Not everybody can catch a 19-inch largemouth bass, you know. It takes skill and muscle, brains. Bass are pretty smart.
I can do it, Mr. Phelps.
Better be right, because you're not getting those raffle tickets until I get my 19-incher. Use my gear. I left everything out at the fishing hole.
Great. I'll see you later.
Why do I feel like it's just this right here?
First thing I need to do is bait my hook. Yuck.
I agree.
Now I toss this in the water, and when the bobber goes under the water, I need to pull the line up fast.
In reality, I can't go fishing. Because of my wrist.
I caught one! This doesn't look like a largemouth bass.
Or worm.
This doesn't look like a largemouth bass.
That is way too small. Yeah, I tore the tendon in my wrist, like right here, and so I can't bend it that way very well. It's better than it used to be because of physical therapy, but still not great. So fishing is not an option for me.
I caught one. An old can. Maybe there's money inside it.
Oh boy, I'm beginning to really like fishing.
So 25 cents. We're gonna try minnow again.
I'm gonna throw this one back.
She didn't say that wasn't a largemouth bass though, so.
I got a fish.
Oh.
Looks like 19 inches to me. I should get this fish to Mr. Phelps before the smell gets any worse.
Let's see what you got in there. How about that? You did it. Here, let me take it from you.
Please do. I think it's starting to get a little ripe.
Just rest yourself a minute while I get those raffle tickets. There you go. 10 dozen tickets to the annual orphans benefit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go make a telephone call.
To your brother-in-law?
Yeah, the one who used to collect stamps.
Bye.
My goodness. That is not where the thing is. Oh, there's gonna be a cap that way. There we go.
Hi, you got those raffle tickets for me?
I sure do.
Great. And here are Mrs. Sheldon's bridge cards. One of the gals spilled Moxie all over them, but I cleaned them up real good, so let's not tell Mrs. Sheldon, okay?
Okay. Thanks for your help, Miss Jakowski.
Thanks for your help. Bye now.
Avoid the pothole.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget.
Do you have my bridge cards?
Right here.
Good. And here is Josiah's trivet. I didn't realize when I asked to borrow it that it was such an eyesore. But once a sumptuous dish of my buff stroganoff was placed atop it, I assure you, no one noticed. Now do run along. My guests will be arriving any minute, and that dress of yours is, well...
I like this dress. It's very flouncy.
Very flouncy. I'll get some gas. Did I drop off a telegram? No. I have to go to a farm. Sunnybrook. Yes.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up.
Just 50 cents worth, please.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Drive zippily.
50 cents. It's like $1 for a tank of gas. Could you imagine? I'm over here paying like $50 to fill up my tank. I think, where's Sunnybrook Farm? Ash's Dairy. I don't know. At some point we'll figure out where Sunnybrook Farm is. But for now, back to here.
I'm finished with that. I'm finished with that. I'm finished. That's done.
Yes, I've done all of these things.
Check. That's done. That's done. Check. I haven't done
Oh,
that
no,
yet.
that is the thing that I need to do. That's all I have on here that I have not done. Jeez. What is a trivet?
Those symbols must have something to do with the letters above them. But what?
Well, we've got the cat symbol. That would be a B.
Got it. Looks like someone recently made a tree of praise.
Huh. I think we should go to the house first.
Over here, Miss Drew. Find the toy mouse and give it to Yuri, would you please? Otherwise, he'll just keep meowing. He hates strangers.
Looking for a toy mouse. There it is. Where is Yuri? Oh. Hello, sweetie. I have a little toy mouse for you. For your badly animated face, the graphics there are horrible. Again, though, this is like a 2004 game.
How nice of you to drop by. And thank you for walking instead of parking in the driveway. I'm expecting a pupil. I'd hate for her to have to park on the road.
How did you know who I was?
If one is to teach others how to develop and use their paranormal gifts, it's only logical that one must possess such gifts oneself.
There's a book. The book.
Does that mean you can read minds or tell the future? What exactly?
The paranormal includes telepathy or communicating by sending and receiving thoughts, extrasensory perception or perceiving that which cannot physically be seen or heard, and psychokinesis, using one's psychic energy to reshape or move objects.
When I walked in just now, it looked like you were in a trance or something.
I was in the process of trying to make these spoons move by using nothing but my own psychic energy. Have you ever focused sunlight through a magnifying glass until it was a minute yet searing point of light, Miss Drew?
Yeah, I guess.
You see, that's what I do with my cerebral emanations, my thoughts. I focus them until they're a beam of pure energy which ultimately disrupts and transforms the molecular force field surrounding the target object.
Is that what you teach people in your school? How to beam their thoughts?
I take them through exercises designed to help them increase their output of phantasmic energy. If you want to sign up for an introductory session, I believe I have an opening today.
What I'd really like to do is talk about Josiah Crowley.
Oh, I'm afraid I'm busy, young lady, far too busy to engage in idle conversation.
When would be a good time for me to come back?
I'll be blunt, Miss Drew. I've discovered that the more time I spend with the, shall we say, intellectually unendowed, the more my cerebral pulsations seem to diminish. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you further unless and until you prove that you are worthy. That is, that your brainwaves are not unacceptably inferior and thus deleterious to mine.
My brainwaves are just fine, Mr. Topham.
What I have here is an exercise in logic. If you can discern the correct solution, then I'll know that conversing with you will do me no psychic harm. You may take it with you. Good luck and good day.
Isn't this like wet all over?
That looks right. Am I smart or what?
I can spell.
I'm
Double
getting there.
cross.
That looks right.
These are not difficult. Big G's.
Am I smart or what?
Am I
Dude.
to assume that you have the correct solution to that logic problem?
Right here.
Let's have a look. Why, you appear to have indeed found the solution.
Darn hard.
Since you've proved yourself to be intellectually above average, which means talking to you should do me no harm, what would you like to talk about?
They weren't hard.
When and how did you meet Josiah Crowley?
Last summer, while on my way to the university for a conference, I stopped for a bite at the Lilac Inn. Since it was crowded and I was in a hurry, I agreed to share a table with an elderly gentleman who, like me, was by himself. As soon as I told Mr. Crowley who I was and what I did, well, he insisted that I give him a training session that very afternoon, and was so thrilled with his progress that he demanded I stay and teach him everything I knew.
Was it his idea that you set up your school in his house?
Oh, I know rumor has it that I somehow tricked him into it, that I insinuated my way into his home, but I assure you that was not the case.
What do you think happened to the key to Josiah's safe deposit box?
Josiah no doubt lost it. He had a terrible memory, poor fellow.
What do you think is in the safe deposit box?
No doubt it's filled with the same thing as this house. Junk. But if it's junk, why haven't I gotten rid of it, you may well ask. Well, I know it's silly to hang on to Josiah's things, but he was a wonderful man, you see, and I just don't have the heart to get rid of him. Too sentimental for my own good, I guess.
Were you surprised when you found out that Josiah had left you everything?
Delighted? Yes. Surprised? Not really. Josiah was all alone, you see, surrounded by people like the Crandalls and that banker, Jim Archer. People who were nice to him only because they knew he had money.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be okay if I looked around?
Go right ahead. The place is more like a museum than a house. Josiah was a man of many, many interests. I'll be right here if you have any questions.
Was this Josiah's clock?
Everything in here was Josiah's.
Oh. The matching game. There we go. Butterfly. That's there. No. We've seen a hat, though. It wasn't this one, was it? Oh, I guess it was that one. Maybe that's the... no. Oh, I thought we saw that one. Because that's not a clock, that's a light bulb. Light bulb. Bell, that's the cheese stuff. That's the clock. Okay. Lots of mirrors. I want to say hi to the cat. Hello, badly animated cat. Oh, why?
As you'll soon realize, Josiah's mental faculties were starting to go, I'm afraid. He tended to ramble. Very little of what he wrote in there makes sense.
Lest I
What
forget.
are you when you win Bard Bounce? What poet is the cat's meow? What will Para, my miniature golf course, get you? What's Gloria's middle name?
Crap, I don't remember what it said with Bard Bounce. I even said it. I could watch back on the video. What poet is the cat's meow? So mini golf bar. Find Gloria's middle name. Huh. Crowley Roadster Square.
Decoder is in the rivet. 2 to the right.
Get new typewriter ribbon. Dick Topham's intelligence checks. Did I fall down? Figuring out the recipe since, yeah, it was really easy. Tick tock, tickety 300, everybody. Let's wake up. To open journal. Decoder is in the rivet. 2 to the right. What? CC whereabouts. Room off tunnel by scrambled picture. Tesla coil invented in 1891 by Nikola Tesla. Fascinating. Open the big tick-tock on top. Give flute, Thisbe, and Pyramus their clues. Bottom's cue is in note to Gloria. He was obsessed with Shakespeare, wasn't he? Poem on the golf course sounds like numbers to me. By Kessel Horse from Sheldon. Hey! Book. The Thaumatrope. Dear, don't know. Here is the trivet I had you. Your party at Tween Elms. Please take. I will want it back some day. Your friend Josasi. Can we keep that with us? No? Hold up then. I wonder if I should take photos of these. No, we'll just have to look back at this. Sit over there, okay. I wasn't done looking on this side. Upside down, parrot, what the heck? Putting physics to work in the modern world. Sir William Crookes. A radiometer is a device which measures the intensity of heat and light, i.e. radiant energy. In 1873, Sir William Crookes developed a special kind of radiometer in which 4 square vanes were mounted on the 2 arms of a small rotor inside a clear glass bulb. Most air was pumped out of the bulb, resulting in near vacuum, and the rotor was balanced on a vertical support, which allowed it to turn with minimal amount of fraction. Each of the vanes was black on one side, silver on the other. The vanes revolved when exposed to light, always spinning as if the light were pushing on the black surface, making it appear to Crookes that light was applying pressure to dark vanes. I don't know where that came from. That's what you think depends on what you do with the light first, pea-brain. Huh. I'm not gonna read this whole thing. Which I will probably regret at some point.
The man on stage in this picture, is that Josiah?
Yes, that's from a production of A Midsummer Night's Dream that he directed and starred in. It closed after 2 nights, but he didn't care. He loved that play.
Obviously. Oh my gosh, where did the Hans come from? It's a triangle. I gotta play the triangle, guys. Oh look, that looks familiar.
What do you do with these?
I put them on the windshields of cars parked in the area. Great advertising.
Ever put them on cars at the Lilac Inn?
All the time. I've gotten quite a few pupils that way. Now what?
Did Josiah have a favorite poet?
Probably, but I have no idea who it was.
Would you happen to know what Gloria Crandall's middle name was?
I hadn't thought.
It was nice talking to you.
I knew you were going to say that. A little psychic humor.
It's not funny. Look, I have no issues with people thinking that they might be psychic. You know, weird world. Who knows? But, I do have an issue with people claiming to be psychic when they're not, and, gaining money. Okay, so this will be... So we do the bard bounce and the cat's meow and then go to... Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out the name from the bard bounce. Also, it mentioned something about a mini... Oh my gosh!
Golf course. Swell.
Start over anytime, take a new scorecard. Don't forget to dump your old one first. Return your putter and ball when finished. Okay? Directions for the golf ball course. The object of the game is to figure out the sequence of the colored golf balls hidden beneath the panel on the upper right. To play, move a colored ball in the bottom row to a T in the first column. Oh, it's one of those things. If the flag appears below the column, it means one of the balls in the column is in the correct color and position. A stick means correct column, but color's in the wrong position. Okay. One of those is correct. Okay. Three are correct, but in wrong spots. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna guess those are correct. Then what's the other color? Only two of them are correct. Okay. Green, purple, another yellow maybe? See if it keeps moving. Hey.
Interesting.
1's 2, 4, 2, 8, 2 Shivan. So the moon. Okay. The moon in the sky was once heard to say, "It's high time I saw this thing known as day." So the moon checked its clock and rose with the sun, and before too long realized just what it had done. "It's far too bright here, I've made a mistake. What heat, what havoc the sun can create. I want to go back." So when dusk came again, the moon rose when it should and said, "Ah, 'tis heaven." Well, okay. We need to try and get par. Par's 5. I did that wrong. Alright, we got it in 3. Hole 3. Well, that sucks. I don't think I'm gonna hit par on this. Oh, seriously? Yeah, I did not hit par on that. Darn. Ooh, barely got par on that one.
I hit it too hard.
Right.
Darn.
Yep. Try this again.
I hit it too hard. I hit it too hard.
It still went in. Alright, number 4 again. Dang it. Dang it. Seriously. I'm not gonna hit par again.
I hit it too hard.
What? Huh. Seriously. In order to hit par, I have to do this in 2, and I don't think that's going to happen. Nope. Seriously.
Darn.
Yep. Yep, that's annoying. Just gotta keep going. Hope for the best. Nice. Dang, okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. No. Okay. So I've got like 11 to play with here. Good, because this one's a pain in the butt. Seriously.
There we go.
Yay! Barely by one.
A little toy pony.
Tony, thank you. Alrighty. So go back this way. Stop, I need to remember what this one said. I should have written it down. Keen. Alright. I forgot the cat's meow one and then Gloria's middle name.
Oh, Nancy, I'm afraid there's been more trouble.
Don't tell me something else blew up.
It's Emily. She... Oh, this is silly. I'm her guardian. I should just make her sell this place. She's only 17, for Pete's sakes. She should be out meeting boys and going to parties, not trying to run a business.
Miss Willoughby, what happened?
Just go ask her and make her tell you everything.
Okay, first, Gloria's middle name?
Talk to Emily, then talk to me.
Jane told you, didn't she?
What happened?
That picture on the wall over there? I saw it move. I was just sitting here and it moved all by itself. I saw it move. I really did. Last week, a book fell off the shelf for no reason. And before that, I heard these weird noises. And almost every day I hear a voice, like a whisper, coming out of nowhere. Jane thinks it's nerves, but I don't want to talk about this. Did you see Jim Archer?
I'm afraid I don't have very good news.
The jewelry wasn't insured?
No, but I do have some good news. Sort of.
Shh! Did you hear that?
Hear what? Shh!
Nothing. I'm going to have to sell the inn, aren't I?
You know, it's possible, just possible, that the will that was found was not the will Josiah wrote.
You mean he may have left us money after all? No, that's wishful thinking. And I refuse to get my hopes up again because they'll probably just get dashed again. Listen, I feel bad enough that you drove all the way out here for nothing. Maybe you should just go home.
Would you mind if I stayed for a while?
No, but I really don't feel like being sociable right now. There's nothing for you to do.
I'd like to see if Josiah hid a second will somewhere.
What are you? Some kind of Sam Spade?
Well, just because I've never solved a mystery before doesn't mean I can't. Anyway, there's no harm in trying, right? Who knows? I might turn out to be good at it.
Be my guest.
I just find it funny because it's supposed to be the first mystery, but it's the 12th game. Plus, there's all the books.
What was your mother's middle name?
Lois. Why?
Thank you.
Just curious.
Figure out the cat's meow one now.
Did Josiah ever say anything about hiding his will somewhere?
No, but he was always hiding stuff. I know because he was always writing reminders to himself about how to find it. But whenever the subject of his will came up, he'd just say he was happy knowing we were going to be happy when he passed on. Time will tell. That's all he'd say.
Is the clock in the parlor the one Josiah gave you?
Yes. I don't know why he gave it to us. It's never worked, and nobody can open it to find out why.
Do you have any idea where Josiah may have hidden a safe deposit box key?
He could have hidden it anywhere. He always said his favorite hiding place was right under people's noses.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the best.
Where's the thing?
What could have made this picture move?
I mean, lots of things. Where I live, we have military pilots that test the planes all the time, and they will hit the speed of sound, or the sound barrier. And when they hit the sound barrier, we get a, what is it called? There's a word, and I can't remember the word. Sound barrier. It's a big boom. Can't remember what it's called, but when they hit the sound barrier, you get this big boom from the sound of it. But sorry, finding some interesting things here. But you get this big boom. It'll actually cause the whole house to shake a little bit. We get that fairly often where I live because we're surrounded by military bases. And so when the pilots are practicing, specifically from the Air Force Base, at the sound barrier, you get this big boom, everything shakes. And I love seeing, like, going on to, like, Nextdoor or Facebook or something, and seeing all these posts from people who aren't from the area who are like, oh my gosh, was there an earthquake? Everything shook the house. And we're over here like, it's just the pilots practicing. It was just a big boom. Sonic boom. That's what it's called. Yeah, so we get sonic booms all the time here. So it could have been a sonic boom. It's constant, because it'll happen. I don't know how many times I walk around the house and I'm like, why is this crooked? Oh, there was a sonic boom yesterday. It probably shifted up on the wall. So yeah, could just be that, honestly. There's a lot of different reasons that could have moved. Including creepy secret passageways. But yeah.
So, what did Emily say? Did she tell you about the pictures and the voices?
Have you ever seen or heard anything strange around here?
No. In fact, this place is so quiet and dull compared to Chicago that it's a wonder I haven't lost my mind. You know what? I'll bet it's me. I'll bet it finally hit Emily that I'm just not Gloria and I never will be, and that running this place is always going to be all up to her. And it was just more than her poor mind could bear.
I'm so cold.
I'd like to kind of look around. Is that okay with you?
You betcha. And keep an eye out for those tools. The sheriff's not going to investigate. He said since nobody got robbed at gunpoint or anything, coming out here again just didn't seem necessary. Said it sounded to him like the jewelry had just been misplaced. You see, it only felt fair to tell him about Emily's, delicate state of mind.
Does the miniature golf course that's out back belong to the inn?
No, that was Josiah Crowley's. Way I hear, he built it himself.
Have you tried it out?
Me? Please, I got better things to do with my time.
Have you met Richard Topham?
Yeah, I've had the displeasure of meeting that quack.
You don't think he can help people develop their psychic powers?
The only thing he's good at is separating little old ladies and dim-witted rubes from their hard-earned cash. In fact, he came over while they were putting out the fire today. Asked me who you were, and I was so frazzled at the time, I told him. I don't usually give that crackpot the time of day.
Well, that explains it. He knew there was somebody here, knew the name. When I walked in, it made perfect sense. New person. She's curious. Must be Nancy.
Does everybody around here feel that way about him?
Not everybody. Like that circus fella said, there's a sucker born every minute. Me? I think ESP is a lot of J-U-N-K.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
Yeah. He's definitely faking. Again, it's not that I don't necessarily believe that some people might have that ability. It's just that, like, number one, it's an anti-J game. And number two, I'm not okay with scamming people for money. But a lot of people will pretend to be psychic and pretend to see ghosts and pretend all these things specifically to get money from others. They're just con artists. It's very annoying. Alright, let's see here.
I haven't done that yet.
Nope.
That's done.
Yeah, I did that really easy test.
I'm finished with that. I haven't done that yet.
Right, I need one more. Did that.
That's done.
Alright, I gotta figure out what poet Josiah liked.
That's done. I'm finished with that. I haven't done that yet.
Oh, no, I have not done that. What about the library, actually? Love how it does that, like, little animation where you're like, is something gonna happen? Nothing ever happened, so. Come on, turn. Le Public Library.
Do you wish to check out a book?
No, thank you. Bye.
Darn it, I was hoping somebody could tell me. Well, let's go find the... Let's smell. Let's go find Sunnybrook Farm, maybe? So, yay! It's up here.
Hi, I have a telegram from Miss Ross.
My name's Rebecca, and I'm only 10. But I'll deliver it to her for you, I promise. I won't let you down, double cross you, or anything like that.
Well, okay. Thank you, Rebecca.
No sweat. I mean, you're welcome.
There is a human alert. A package has been dropped off. I do love having like a camera, a door cam, because if you can't tell, a package has been dropped off from the dog, the barking dog. I wonder what has been dropped off. I did not catch where this guy wants me to take this.
Did you deliver that telegram?
Not yet.
Can't tell you until you deliver it, you know.
I know. See you later.
No idea what packages those are. I didn't see where this is supposed to go, so... Does it tell me? Observatory. So I'm just getting a little low on money here, so you know. Can I go into the observatory? I want to go into the observatory.
I'm supposed to deliver this telegram to Dr. Bob.
That would be me. Thank you.
Wow, that's a big telescope.
Come back after dark and I'll let you take a look. You can consider it your tip.
I may just do that. Bye-bye.
Can I actually do that? I don't see a clock on this. I don't think there's a like a day-night cycle in this particular game, unfortunately. That sucks. I want to go in the observatory. Come on.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Miss Temple at Lowood Academy.
Isn't that literally like... Yeah, that's like right there. You don't even need to drive it. You could literally just walk over.
Hello, I've got a telegram for Miss Temple?
I am she. We teachers don't get paid much, you know.
I understand. Did this by any chance used to be the Brewster Academy?
Why, yes it did.
Thought so. Bye.
I was trying to avoid that.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Dr. Ackerman out at the Deer Mountain Resort. Keep up the good work.
Okay, we'll get to that eventually. I don't know why, but I want to stop here.
So this is the Titusville Courthouse.
Darn.
Do I need anything from the courthouse? Nah.
Oh well, I thought it was Grange Hall. Fine. I need to figure out what his favorite poet was. Okay, well at least I got a little bit of money. So I can make phone calls and the like. It has to be somebody with 4 letters in their name.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hello, Mr. Topham. I'm going to poke around some more, if that's okay.
I don't mind.
I just take this notebook. What poet is the cat's meow? You wouldn't happen to know, would you?
Now what?
What's in the carriage house that's out back? Do you know?
That was Josiah's workshop, but I assume it contains even more detritus.
It was nice talking to you.
I'm sure it was.
No. He's the bird upside down. Freaking me out. I would say William Shakespeare, but unless it's Will? Could be Will. Well, let's see if I can get that to work. First one's Keen. Maybe Will? Maybe not. Pony's one of the words, though. Can I get like 3 of the 4? And then just come back with the last one later? No, I have to do them in order. Oh, I found a map. My bad. Oh, what? Can I go to the place and ask them about this key? Maybe I can do that. I'm not gonna play for too much longer looking at the time here. But I really want to get the name of the poet before we're done. Wild jewelry.
Hello, are you Mr. Waddell?
So what if I
Waddell.
am?
I found this receipt, and I just wondered what you could tell me about it.
Let me see that. Key. German resale value, item 493. Oh yeah, this was for that key Jim Archer wanted me to appraise.
Jim Archer wanted you to appraise a key?
It was very ornate, had jewels all over it. Fake jewels, as it turned out. When I told him it was worthless, the cheapskate refused to pay me and told me to keep it.
Do you think I could have it?
Sure. Once you pay the appraisal fee,
Which is...
$1.50.
Here you go.
Good. Here's the key. Enjoy.
Only have 65 cents left. Great. Need to go to the state line to drop off that other telegram. Because it's here.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up. Hello, I'm delivering a telegram to Dr. Ackerman.
I shall deliver it to the good doctor forthwith. He rarely tips, and I never do.
That's okay. Bye.
It's not okay. Y'all are jerks.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up.
Just 50 cents worth, please.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Drive zippily.
Wonder if the key opens up the clock.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one's for Old Man Johnson out at his farm. Keep up the good work.
I only have 40 cents right now.
Before I fool around with this, I should make sure it's okay with Mr. Archer.
Fine.
You know, the minute you walked out of here, something occurred to me. You're Carson Drew's daughter, aren't you?
You know him?
We went to law school together, only he actually went into law, and I wound up here. So how's he doing? Business pretty good?
Great. Maybe better.
That's nice. That's real nice. Well, you tell him you saw me, and you tell him I'm doing just fine too. So what can I do for you?
Was that your car I saw parked near the Lilac Inn this morning?
I haven't been there in months. You saw someone else's car. It's a very popular make and color, you know.
I just wonder what it was doing there.
Probably just someone sneaking out of that miniature golf course I just went back there. Bootleggers. I hear that area too.
The key that you had, Mr. Waddell, could that be the key to the clock that Josiah Crowley gave you?
It might have been, I suppose. You know about that?
I found the receipt on the path to Richard Topham's house.
Really? I thought I'd thrown it out. You see, when he told me the key was worthless, I lost all interest in it.
So it would be all right if I kept the key for myself?
I have no use for it. In fact, if you want that old clock, you can have it too.
What's your opinion of Richard Topham?
Interesting gentleman who's in an interesting line of work.
Do you think he really does what he says he can do?
He makes a living doing whatever it is he does. So obviously someone thinks he's the real deal.
I guess I'll be going.
Nice talking to
Don't
you.
trust it. Cool, let's see this. Opens the clock. Oh, lovely. It's a gear puzzle. Gotta love gear puzzles. There we go. That has to be the big ones. Those tightest to be. This has to be a small one. This one I'm pretty sure is a small one. Get on the thing and stay on the thing properly. No, I think this one goes here then. And this one here. Here. Oh, wait. Yep. There's a thing. There's a... There we go. Cool. Another mirror. Which I'm sure will be helpful at some point. I still need to know the name of the poets.
What's cooking?
Well, I'll talk to you later.
You betcha.
I don't know why I'm spinning around here. Yeah, that's just the horse. Unless the poet's name is Hans. Okay, let's see here.
Check. Check. I'm finished with that.
That's, I just need the poet.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
You sure you don't know the poet?
Do you mind if I look around some more?
Be my guest.
Probably if you don't know the name of the poet. Get the book's about physics. I need the name. The poet, and I was gonna say William Shakespeare. I was thinking like Will. I mean, could it be Bard? Because he's known as the Bard. I'm gonna feel bad. I'm gonna write down all of the possible letters. O T L R K. Is it P-O-T-L-R-K? E C O M H A. I have a feeling it's the same possibilities. They're the same amount of numbers. So S A, another possible A there. I P N Y S R E D. All the possible letters here. Rand, although she was technically an author, not a poet. Nope. I think that's really all I have left to do.
I'm finished with that.
Yeah, I did that. I just need to figure out. I was hoping this would be the last thing we did, is figure out this name. Did we talk to Emily about it, maybe? Oh, we got to actually bring it up.
Hi, Nancy.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the bee's knees.
Why does this picture keep moving?
Did we look at this before? Gloria, read this, and pretty soon this fellow will be your favorite poets too. Your pal Josiah. I don't think we could read this before. I'm not gonna go through and read all these poems. What was the name though? Omar. Cool. Okay, let's go do this. Open up the thing, and that's where we will call it for this game session. And we will continue next time by exploring the thing we're about to open. There we go. Omar. Alright, pony. And the last one is Lois. Yeah, why wouldn't he leave her money if he was going to use like her middle name for this? Doesn't make any sense. All right. Oh. Why do I feel like I'm not gonna do what I said? And I'm gonna solve this instead. Mirrors.
I can't get it out.
Good. Oh, freshwater fish of the Midwest. This would have been handy to know before. I might need more.
Looks like I need more mirrors.
Yeah. But now we know what it's for. I know I said I wasn't going
This
to.
clock reminds me of the poem I saw at the mini golf course.
Let me pull up a photo of a poem. Give me the poem. Jeez. The moon in the sky was once hard to say. It's high time I saw this thing known as day. So the moon checked its clock and rose with the sun, and before long it realized just what it had done. It's far too bright here. I've made a mistake. What heat, what havoc the sun can create. 7, 10, 9, 8. I want to go back, so when dusk came, the moon rose when it should, and said, "Ah, 'tis heaven." 7. You. Oh, another mirror.
Something tells me I need to adjust the mirrors so that the light bounces off of them and onto that radiometer.
Probably. Oh, dang. Maybe not. Oh. Jeez, got a whole bunch of notifications. Oh. Jeez, that can... There we go. I know I said I was going to stop and we'd explore another time, but I got into it. Well then. Woohoo. Yeah, that's the thing. Hold on, here's a piece of paper. Order new quartz from Krollmeister Crystal Company. Krollmeister. 1209.29, paid $4.75. Highway robbery. Pfft. I would love to spend less than $5 on a part for a mechanical device. Delivery takes 6 weeks. Have Waddle cut the blank. He did a swell job last time.
Maybe I should ask Richard Topham if this crystal ever got delivered.
Forget where you put the LWAT? Marcel's band, you old coot.
I've seen these symbols before. They were in that newspaper story about hobos.
Yep. I think I took a photo of that too. Come on. Give me a photo. Here we go. Yep. Flute. I'm gonna need to take a picture of that page. Okay. Okay, yep, that's it. Okay, so yeah, let's check off some stuff here.
Check.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
done.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
Check.
Yep.
Check.
Alright, discover what all those mirrors are supposed to do. Yep.
I'm finished with that. Check.
Yep.
Can't check that off till it's done.
No, I can't. So knows who Marcel was and where his band is. Try to locate quartz. Figure out which symbols to press for each name on the clock in the carriage house attic. Alright. And that's where we will pick up next time. We have so many things to do. I gotta go take a photo of the notebook. Specifically the page that has the info with Flute and the other Shakespeare characters. Take a photo of that to help us out with this clock. We need to go get the quartz. We figure out what the quartz is. Play around with this over here.
That won't work.
There's no quartz. So we'll play around with this thing.
Looks like Josiah was a ham radio operator.
Oh, this is a ham radio. Actually, in that case, that's not Morse code that I need. It is the correct alphabet that I need. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, so on and so forth. Oh, so there's a hole. There's a hole in the ceiling. So yeah, lots and lots to do. Okay, I listed 2 things. I gotta figure out the quartz. Oh yeah, I gotta figure out who Marcel was. I need to get the photo so I can try and make this clock work. Yeah. So yeah. So far, not a whole lot of notes on the game. Let's save. Before I forget, let us save the game. I don't know, hobo language. As usual, though, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please click the like button below. Even with all my yawning and getting tired there near the end. Speaking of, I'm gonna take a nap after this. Jeez. So if you enjoyed watching this, please click the like button below. Subscribe if you want to see me continue playing through this game, as well as future games. The next game will be my all-time favorite one. I'm super excited for that. And then... of course, leave some comments, guys. Give me some tips, some suggestions, ask me questions. Yeah. So that was that was the first part of Secret Little Clock. We might actually... Man, I'm actually concerned that we're actually very far. I might accidentally finish this in the next game session. And if that's the case, I might go ahead and just jump into the next game. We'll see what I decide to do. But without further ado, as usual, don't plagiarize. Just don't do it.